Good evening. The crowds that you saw throng Marina Beach in Chennai last month when Chief Minister Jayalalitha died. Over the last 24 hours, similar scenes are emerging from there yet again. This time, they're all predominantly young protesters and they're all gathered there because they're fighting for the right to perform Jallikattu, the practice of bull racing that was banned by Supreme Court in 2014. The courts have refused to listen, even rejected the review petition. And the protest started sometime after some protesters were arrested in other parts of Tamil Nadu. Now Shashi Kala, General Secretary of AIADMK, wants to ban the animal rights organization PETA from Tamil Nadu. So we'll speak to PETA. We'll also speak to popular singer Chinmay, who joins us from Chennai, about why she is protesting and why she supports Jallikattu. And first, we'll just see who these protesters are. Sam Daniel reports on them.
What exactly has brought you here?
The fight for our tradition and for the Tamil culture. The ban against Jallikattu is not a small thing as it is our Tamil identity, and we are not going to give it up that easily.
The Supreme Court has banned it, and now any kind of protest like this could be seen as holding the court for ransom, could be seen as illegal and challenging the court's verdict. How do you see this?
Yeah, we are challenging directly to the Supreme Court. At the same time, Supreme Court ordered to Karnataka to give us water to us, but they won't get. For no one support for us. But we are a Tamilians, okay? We are a Tamilians to support Jallikattu here. Directly, I will say we are directly challenging to the Supreme Court. Whatever they will say, because we are here, fully youngsters, students, we are here, okay? Whatever they will do for us, I will show.
Right. Farmers are in crisis in Tamil Nadu. 17 farmers have committed suicide. Don't you think student power could be used to help those farmers than fighting for a banned sport, which is also known for cruelty to bulls?
It's in plan now. It's in plan now. We are planning for fighting the farmers also.
Yes, this is side by side plan. We're not only fighting for Jallikattu. This is also linked to the farmers who bring them up, who give food for them, who bring that at the
It is a known tradition. It is a known tradition that from the old tradition we have that as we wish the cow and get blessing from the cow, automatically the rain comes and the farmers feels happy. So what I'm saying is, on 2011, Tamilians were scammed out from Sri Lanka. So Tamilians, please be aware. This is the right time.
So despite the Supreme Court ban, why is it that so many thousands of these young people, some have been there overnight? What is drawing them to these protests in support of Jallikattu? Let me just take you to my guest right now. Joining us, we have Chinmay, a very popular singer, joining us from Chennai. And also we have Rakesh Dwivedi, senior advocate, who has fought for Tamil Nadu government and taken up their cases many times. He's familiar with this case. Rakesh Dwivedi joining us from here in the capital. Chinmay, if I can first start with you, help us, all of us sitting over here outside Tamil Nadu, can you explain this phenomenon to us, what's happening at Marina Beach? Because I know you also have changed your Twitter profile to one supporting Jallikattu.
Yes. Past putting out social media, especially on my Facebook page and Twitter, and I base my support for doing Jallikattu on the articles written by Himat Abdullah, who is constantly working very hard to protect the indigenous cattle breeds. He particularly...
Chinmay, we're just going to come back to you. We're going to fix that audio problem we seem to be having with yours. Mr. Dwivedi, one of the things that we've just heard over the last couple of hours is the Secretary General there of the AIADMK, the ruling party, Shashi Kala, announced right now that they are going to ask the centre to promulgate the ordinance which revokes the ban which Supreme Court had put in 2014. After that, Tamil Nadu also approached the Supreme Court with a review petition. So is there any other option now other than the ordinance?
No, in my opinion, the judgment of the Supreme Court had been delivered in the context of the then existing notification issued by the central government. So all the arguments regarding Tamil Nadu is being the people's culture and that the bulls are being taken care of, and in fact we had also contended that while even if there are some excesses, then the ban is not an answer. It should not be banned, though there should be stringent restriction. Now subsequently the central government has altered that notification, which has again been challenged by PETA in the Supreme Court, and that amending notification has been stayed by the Supreme Court. So the matter is sub judice. Now the question is, the only way in which we can go forward with Jallikattu is that the central government issues an ordinance forthwith coming out permitting Jallikattu, but with stringent conditions, so that the cruelty aspect, the concerns of PETA are also taken care of, and at the same time there is no ban, because ban is very excessive.
Right. Right. I
So
know,
the
sir,
ordinance is only the answer, and later on the ordinance should be converted into an act by the parliament later on.
Mr. Dwivedi, I know that you speak for the Tamil Nadu government because you've handled their briefs there. You're calling the ban really extreme. But the other side, we hope to be joined by PETA as well, but the other side says that this issue is settled. Even the review petition that was taken up was also, in fact, they gave a very, very clear observation which was reported as well. They're saying that if we have to get bulls to fight, we'll get our video games to do that. Why do we need to see this like that? So do you see the courts changing this judgment?
No, look, the judgment which was delivered by the Supreme Court was in the context of a notification issued by the central government, which included the bull within this enactment which was existing, which prevents cruelty to animals. So it was based on a notification. Now if the central government comes out with a special law in the shape of an ordinance which permits Jallikattu but imposes stringent conditions and guidelines, and the state also ensures that they are enforced, then in that event there should be no difficulty. However, even when Supreme Court takes up the matter, there is certainly a possibility where the Supreme Court may consider all aspects afresh, and then it may come to a conclusion that the ban is excessive. So while cruelty needs to be prevented, but the ban is not an answer.
Right. Okay. And what if the centre decides not to? Because when there was talk of an ordinance just a few days ago, initially, because all political parties in Tamil Nadu seem to be united on this. So if there is no ordinance from the centre's side, do you go back in? Does Tamil Nadu go back in with a special petition?
Well, if the central government doesn't issue an ordinance, then right now there will not be much scope for holding Jallikattu, and everybody will need to abide by the existing orders of the Supreme Court and the judgment which stands. Whether Tamil Nadu government would approach the Supreme Court or not, it is for the government to decide. But I think that the government should approach.
Well, they are approaching. Tamil Nadu government, we know that the Chief Minister, O. Pannirselvam, is meeting Prime Minister Modi at 10:30. So that meeting is happening. So we have to wait and see what centre says about this.
Yeah,
I think we can go back to Chinmay, who is one of... Yes, Chinmay is one of the popular icons who is leading the protests. We've seen all kinds of film stars, everybody protesting over there and wanting Jallikattu back. Chinmay, you were telling us why you support Jallikattu despite the Supreme Court's ban.
See, I took my time to read up, and I base my support on Jallikattu, and it is Jallikattu, it is not Jallikattu as we read it from English. So if you would, I base my support.
Yes, I stand corrected.
Thank you, Sunetra.
Yeah.
That's really sweet of you. So this article written by Himakiran Anugula, who is has been working on the conservation of the Kangayam bull, which is an indigenous cattle breed in South India. See, a lot of Tamilians right now are very, very upset because they have taken this as a personal attack on our tradition and our culture. So this might not be the case, but emotionally a lot of people are hurt. And I honestly believe that at some point when this case was fought at the Supreme Court, I wonder if the views of the farmers and those who have been protecting the indigenous bulls and why Jallikattu or Eru Tazhuvadal as it is called is required to take the indigenous cattle breeds forward, and why it is also very, very important for the local economy, the rural local economy. So I really hope the right representation also happens from the farmers' side, from the Tamil Nadu government side, and all the stakeholders involved, especially for the support. And I also understand that it is a great thing that the entire student community is out there on the roads asking for rights, and this is a beautiful thing to happen. And I hope the next logical step has to be a legal, a solution to this. So I hope the ban can be reversed. That is my humble wish.
Okay, one of the things that is interesting, of course, is that what we're seeing, apart from these protests where they want the right to perform the races, is also the ban demand that has been raised by many of the protesters, and now we also see the General Secretary of the ruling party, Shashikala, demanding it as well. Nikunj Sharma, who is the spokesperson for PETA, and they are demanding a ban on PETA. How are you responding to these statements coming out from Tamil Nadu? Shashikala now saying that she will ensure that PETA, animal rights organization, is banned in Tamil Nadu.
See, if you say that it's illegal to raise the voice for voiceless, then you may go ahead and ban PETA, because PETA has just raised the voice of the voiceless animals, and all the everything has been documented in form of video and photo evidence, and that was submitted by the Animal Welfare Board of India. And I don't know why this fight has been made to look like PETA versus Jallikattu. There were 6 other petitioners in this whole case. The Animal Welfare Board of India, which is the Government of India's advisory body, Ministry of Environment's advisory body, they were a party to this case. All facts were taken into considerations, reports were done, inspections were done. In fact, Jallikattu was allowed for good 6 years to be played with certain regulations. But the state of Tamil Nadu could not adhere to those regulations, and that is when in 2014 the Supreme Court of India banned Jallikattu, saying that cruelty is inherent in these games. And now why Supreme Court said that cruelty is inherent in these games? For a very simple reason. I'm stressing on the word inherent, which means you cannot take cruelty out of these games. The reason why Supreme Court said that: bull is a prey animal. They do not run breakneck speed of their own wish. And in order to make them run, you have to twist their tails, you have to bite their tail, you have to poke them with a sharp object, you have to disorient them by making them drink alcohol. These are the things, these are the blatant cruelty that were reported in the Supreme Court of India, submitted documentation and in photo and video evidence. And on the basis of that, Jallikattu was banned. And not only Jallikattu, I would like to again say that it's not PETA versus Tamil culture that PETA got Jallikattu banned because we are against some Tamil culture. It's not that. The scope of the Supreme Court judgment expands very well to bull racing and to bull fights. Bull racing are very popular, used to be very popular in Maharashtra, Punjab, Haryana and Karnataka, and bull fights are very popular in parts of Maharashtra and Goa. So they also have been, such cruel events have also been banned. So it's nothing that, I would like to break that this misconception that PETA was against versus Jallikattu. PETA stands for any animal cruelty, any cruel act against animal.